is inner completeness of person?
What is?
Inner completeness of person.
What's your name? Monica. Monica is asking, what is inner completeness? Now, Monica, does the complete one ask this question? Who is asking this question? We ask this question, right? We ask this question. We ask this question because we sense that we are incomplete. So this question is coming from our incompleteness. Do we understand what is this incompleteness? You are asking, what is it to be complete? I'm asking, can an incomplete mind understand completeness? But there is surely one thing that is available to us to understand. What is that? This life, this mind, all the imperfections, all the incompletenesses, they can clearly be seen, right? And when you look at them, when you look at the incompletions, of course you cannot understand them by being incomplete. Something else happens then. When you understand the imperfections, you move a little beyond the imperfection. When you pay attention to the incompletion, you move a little beyond the incompletion. You ask me, what is it to be complete? Whatever answer I will give will fall upon an incomplete mind, won't it? You'll hear it with an incomplete mind. And the complete cannot be understood by an incomplete mind. So the answer will not be useful. We would do better to just look at what we call as incompleteness. Because if you are asking, what is it to be complete? Surely you are sensing some incompleteness somewhere, right? That's why I asked you, is the complete asking this question? No, the complete is not asking this question. The healthy man doesn't ask what is health. It is the sick man who seeks health, right? And what is the way of seeking health? To inquire into the sickness, right? When you inquire into the sickness, when you see what sickness is all about, then you can move beyond the sickness. So inquire into the incompleteness. Now there is this life that we live, our daily life. What all do you see incomplete in this? What all do you see incomplete in this? Everything. Is there anything complete in this life? But do we ever look at it? Do we ever understand this? Does this realization ever strike us? Because if this realization strikes you, then life will change. That whatever I have is incomplete, and the horror is it will always be incomplete right till my death. That's the horror. It's not incomplete today. There is not even any hope of completion. I may entertain myself with false hopes. The entire world entertains itself with false hope. But the fact is, there is no completion. No completion. Nothing ever comes to a point where it is total, comprehensive, holistic. There is always so much remaining. All these movies are ending by the recess time. That's the story of our life. The movie starts and you are thrown out of the theater even before the movie is complete. And all the movies are like that. They are never completed. They start, but they never get completed. And we are rushing from one theater to the other without any movie ever being completed. Because if even one thing is completed, everything will be completed. We know no completion. There are illusions of completion sometimes, but very soon time breaks them. Very soon time destroys the sense of completion. I am the happiest man today. I have a degree. Soon you find it is not sufficient. You need to do something more. I am the happiest man today. I have the most beautiful wife. Soon you find it is not sufficient. Nothing is ever completed. Can you hence just look at the incompletion and ask yourself, what is this incompletion? When everything in life is happening out of desire, it is bound to remain incomplete. When everything is happening so that there is some benefit from it, so that I get a result out of it, it is bound to remain incomplete. When everything is being done for the future, it is bound to remain incomplete. And if we are leading our life in that way, for the future, for a benefit, after calculating our profit, for the sake of a result, then there will be nothing but the deep suffering of incompletion. Wherever there will be a purpose, a motive, a desire, an end, a result, a future, an expectation, there would always be incompletion. Always. But we are so cunning that we make that incompletion itself as our engine. We say, because everything is incomplete, so keep running. Can one be more stupid than this? Because everything is anyway always incomplete, so keep running. For what? Why not just stand where you are and dance? Instead of running here and there, dance. That is the punishment of the mind that is attached to incompletion. It can run here and there, it can walk, it can chase, it can sprint, but it cannot dance. And that's such a heavy punishment. You cannot dance. There will be no music in your life. Because if you are incomplete, you will only run to complete. I am always feeling incomplete. Can I have one more degree, please? Can you give me a little bit of love, please? May I have the pleasure of spending 1 hour with you? Little bit please. भगवान के नाम पे. Sir, please sir, give me this job. In the temple, Lord, one more house please. Lord, my 5th car please. Everything is always incomplete. Lord, may his secretary die. My love is incomplete because that bitch is interfering. Everything is always incomplete. Now, living in this incompletion, why are we talking of completion? Look at the incompletion first. Because that is your life, your immediate present life. Look at that. There is nothing that you are sure of to be complete. Everything is incomplete, hence doubtful. Everything is doubtful. Everything is under the scanner. Whatever news is given to you with conviction, you are bound to accept it. It will at least arouse a doubt in you. What you call as your deepest convictions will be shaken up if someone comes and gives you a particular news. Today someone comes and says, you know what? Your mark sheets are being re-evaluated. It's been found that you have failed in everything. You will not just say, I don't even care to inquire. My conviction is complete. You will be alarmed. Is that so? Who is doing all this? You may be married for 10 years. Someone comes and says, you know what? Your wife is going around with that man. And you have 2 kids and you say, you know, I have Amar Prem with my wife. We are made for each other. And you go around in parties as if you are Laila and Majnu. And your Facebook page has your cheek-to-cheek photograph. Someone comes and just utters these words. Your wife is cheating upon you. And you might, just to make a show of it, you might say, oh, go away. But your mind will become disturbed. Because everything is incomplete. You know deeply that your love is incomplete. You know deeply that your conviction is incomplete. You may be 30 years old. Someone goes and tells your mother, you know what, the baby had been changed in the hospital. He is not even your son. Now when you return home and you say, Mama, give me some food, Mama will not be the same. There is that nagging doubt. Where is my real son? What is he doing at this time? This idiot. I have been nurturing since 30 years. Looking at his face, I always had a doubt. Looking at his character, I had double doubts. I always knew this one cannot be my son. Today it has been confirmed. Because everything is incomplete. The relationship is so deeply incomplete. Anything can shake it up. Anything can shake it up. People sing songs in praise of their countries, as if the country is everything. And then countries break up. In no time do countries break up. The same people who are singing patriotic songs now are citizens of another country. Because everything is so incomplete. Everything is susceptible to change. And so you are afraid. It can change. It appears so nice, but I cannot be sure of it. It will change. It will go away, disappear. Like a dream. Vanished, gone. Where? I don't know. Bhagat Singh gave his life for Lahore and Karachi as well. Today you want to bomb Lahore and Karachi. Gone. There was a day When Lahore and Karachi were a part of your sacred soil, you used to call them India. They are India. Today you say drop a nuclear bomb there. Tomorrow something else can happen. Boundaries will change. What can you be sure of? You are always in fear. Never fully committed. Never secure and hence never relaxed. Always in tension. That tension keeps lurking. Anything can happen. In the middle of the night, at 2:30 in the morning, your phone rings and you're alarmed. Why is mother calling at this time? Has something happened to Papa? And does that not happen? My God, why is this phone coming at this time? And only thoughts of harm come to you. Have you not seen that happen? The sun has gone out and is not returning since long. It's been 4 hours. And the mother receives call from an unknown number. The worst thoughts come to her. Has he met an accident and some unknown person is calling to inform me? You are never sure. You know it will disappear. Time will take it away. And that fear is there always. So you're shivering deeply from inside. You may be laughing from outside, but you're trembling within. What to do? Can't love, because when you are afraid you can't love. That's why there is no love in our lives. Only fear. Someone may just pretend and come to you, boss, there is something I want to tell you. And if he says this with a serious face, you'll be, what has happened? Have I been caught? मेरी वाली बात पता चल गई क्या किसी को? Your boyfriend comes to you and says, let's sit across the table. There is something I want to talk to you about. And you start crying. He has not said anything. All that he has said is, let's sit across the table. I want to talk about something. And you know that he is breaking up. The poor fellow does not even have that in his mind. But she will start crying. What have I done? Why are you doing this to me? Whom are you seeing these days? Isn't that bad? Isn't that horrible? Isn't that horrible? That anything can shake us up. Tell me, is that not horrible? That is incompleteness. And that arises from nowhere. That arises because you have assumed yourself to be incomplete. It's a very silly thing. That incompleteness actually has no reason. That incompleteness is just an assumption that you have made. A conditioned assumption. What is that assumption? That there is something missing in me. That there is something to be obtained in the future. That is what is that incompletion. Give up that assumption. Get rid of that assumption. And there is completeness. Wholeness. You have been continuously told that you are imperfect, inadequate. You have been compared to others. You have been told to become somebody. You have been told to go for this and that achievement. And that kind of conditioning. Better do this. Only then you can be called as a worthy human being. Otherwise you are an animal. That conditioning coming from family, media, religion, everywhere. That feeling is the incompleteness. You are incomplete. Look at Tauji's son. You are not good enough. You, characterless woman, look at Sita Mata. You are not good enough. You always want to go with other men. Why are you always in hunt of a partner? That thing, religion, family, society, you are incomplete. There is something wrong with you. Go achieve something so that you may be worthy enough. Become a human being. You are an animal. So when you bring some laurels home, some good percentage, today I can proudly call you as my son. And what were you calling me till yesterday? These kind of stupidities have totally corrupted your mind, that you are incomplete. Unless you have a good husband, you are incomplete. Now after marriage, if you don't become a mother, your life is incomplete. All this is incompletion. Oh, only one kid, your nest is still not full. You must have a pair. Then life will be complete. Oh, this is small 2 BHK. No, not good enough. Go get a bigger house. Then life will be complete. When the TV and the radio are all the time drilling it into you that your life is incomplete, it is no wonder that you have ingrained that sense of incompleteness. There is something missing in me. Dark skinned. Here is this for you. Apply this, then your face will be fair, and then you will be complete. Today your life is worthless. What? You don't have a proper haircut? You have dandruff? Dandruff! Life is hell. Now, unless you apply our special shampoo, life is incomplete. Don't you see what the TV is all the time telling you? You have that new car, life will be complete. Anti-dandruff shampoo, life will be complete. New toothpaste, life will be complete. New brand of sanitary napkins, life will be complete now. Wonderful. This is what makes life complete. New pair of shoes. New nail cutter. Jewelry from Gigi Jewelers. Isn't that what is always shouting at you from the screens of that cinema hall? And that stupid woman, piece of flesh, she comes and says, you see, now I am a full woman. You are a full woman. Have you not seen that ad? That garment manufacturer who says, you are a complete man now. The complete man. Have you not seen that? Huh? Now when they are telling you that only when you wear our suit, only then you will be the complete man. So obviously they are telling you that you are incomplete right now. Wear our suit and then you will be complete. Now there is another one who manufactures briefs, undergarments. He says, no. You are not yet complete. This. So wear a suit, wear a necktie, wear briefs. Now you are complete. And all your life you are only chasing that completion. That is incompleteness. Your deep, deep assumption. Why are you holding on to that assumption? What makes you stay there? Throw it away. That's what an intelligent life is. I will not accept this stupidity. What are all these advertisements telling me? What are the family and society telling me? I am perfect as I am. Perfection is my nature. I may not be skilled, I am yet perfect. I may be at the bottom of the table, yet I am perfect. My language may not be good, I am still perfect. In comparison, I may not look as attractive as others, I am still perfect. Hold on to this, and this is completeness. This is completeness. The source doesn't produce imperfect goods. The one from whom you are coming, he does not produce anything imperfect. All of you, I assure you, are beautiful, perfect, complete, and divine. There is nobody here who has anything wrong with him or her. Accept yourself unconditionally. Do not have grudges against yourself. Do not impose conditions upon yourself. Do not tell yourself that how can I rest till I achieve that or this. You are wonderful as you are. Just realize your nature. Just live in your nature of perfection. Your only fault is you do not live in your nature. You have created an assumption and you have now started living in that assumption. And that is the reason why you suffer. Live in your nature. You are perfect. Reject everything and everybody and every medium that tells you that there is something wrong with you. No, there is nothing wrong with you. There can be nothing wrong with you. You may be the worst sinner. You may have broken the law 1,000 times, yet you are perfect. Always, already, unconditionally, you are complete. Walk in that faith. Live in that faith. And laugh when somebody wants to give you some other message. That person may have some self-interest. He wants to sell a pair of socks. That's all that he wants to do. And for that small, petty thing, he wants to corrupt your mind. He wants to say that unless you wear these kind of socks, you are nothing. No, you are good. Before you love anybody else, love yourself. Unconditionally. You are beautiful. Fall in love with yourself. Go buy a card and 2 weeks later give it to yourself. Yes?